They say betrayal cuts deeper than any knife. And when you catch the person you trust most sneaking around, lying to your face, it can shatter you. That's exactly what happened to me in the early 2000s. My wife, the mother of my kids, was hiding something. And when I uncovered the truth, I made sure her secret lover paid the ultimate price. If you've ever dreamed of serving cold, calculated justice to someone who thought they could walk all over you, then stick around. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let me tell you one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. It all started with the little things. My wife's behavior didn't drastically change overnight. No, it was subtle. But I noticed our kids, 4 and 6 years old at the time, started mentioning how much time they were spending at my in-laws' house. At first, it didn't sound strange. But the thing was, her parents live an hour and a half away. And somehow, she was making that trip 2 or 3 times a week. That was basically every single day she wasn't at her part-time job. My gut told me something wasn't right. And when it comes to betrayal, your gut is rarely wrong. So I did what any desperate husband would do. I started tracking her mileage. Every time she left, I noted the odometer. And sure enough, she was racking up an extra 400 miles a week. 400 miles. There was no denying it anymore. She was going somewhere, and it wasn't just to her parents' house. Then one day, fate handed me the truth on a sticky note. Literally, she left her AOL password scribbled on a post-it right by the computer. I shouldn't have done it, but how could I not? I logged in, and what I saw crushed me and enraged me all at once. There were emails between her and her college best friend. In them, she bragged about sneaking off with one of her ex-boyfriends from high school. She even mocked the guy's wife, making fun of her weight after kids. My wife wasn't just cheating, she was cruel. My hands shook as I printed every email, shoving them deep into a folder. Proof, undeniable proof. But I wasn't done. I needed the full picture. So I called up a buddy who was a cop. He put me in touch with a private investigator named Ron. Former law enforcement, tough as nails. For a retainer fee, Ron got to work. And in no time, he came back with a detailed report that made me sick to my stomach. Photos, dates, times, the exact rundown. She'd drop the kids off at her parents', meet her ex for lunch, then spend hours at a grimy motel. And afterwards, pick up the kids like nothing had happened. She was living a double life, and I was done playing the fool. Now, some people might have tried to patch things up, but not me. See, my own parents cheated on each other. Their lies, their screaming, their broken trust. It destroyed my childhood. I swore I'd never put my kids through that. So I made a decision. This marriage was over. But my wife wasn't the only one who was going to pay. I asked Ron to dig deeper into her lover. And oh, did he deliver? His name was Bob, married, 3 kids, a cushy VP of sales job at his father-in-law's company. His whole world built on connections and appearances, and he was risking it all for motel quickies with my wife. I had my lawyer draft divorce papers, but that wasn't enough. I wanted justice. I wanted Bob to feel the same destruction I was feeling. So I had Ron print extra copies of the report. On the same day my wife was served with divorce papers at her work, Ron walked straight into Bob's wife's life and handed her the truth. And oh boy, did it blow up. Bob's wife didn't just cry and move on. No, she went nuclear. She drained their joint account, took the kids, moved out, and when her father, Bob's boss, found out what he had done, Bob was immediately fired. No job, no money, no family. And it got even worse. Since his wife's parents owned their house, Bob got kicked out of that too. Then came the divorce. Ugly, brutal, public. He tried fighting with her at the house once, but her brother broke his nose. There were restraining orders, police reports, even jail time. His life? Ruined. As for my wife, our divorce went through. We stayed civil for the kids. But I never let her worm her way back into my life. Now that the kids are grown, I don't talk to her at all. No hatred, no pasión, Just nothing. She's simply the mother of my children. Nothing more. And Bob, last I heard, he left the state entirely. Couldn't find a trace of him online. Meanwhile, his ex-wife? She's thriving. She took over her father's company after he retired. Karma came full. You know, I didn't set out to destroy Bob's life. All I did was give his wife the truth. But when someone builds their world on lies, all it takes is one spark for the whole thing to collapse. And collapse it did. He lost everything because he couldn't keep his vows. And honestly, I don't regret a single second. Betrayal hurts. But sometimes justice finds its way in the most satisfying fashion. Bob thought he could sneak around and keep his perfect little life. Instead, he lost it all. And I walked away stronger, freer, and knowing that karma never misses. So, what do you think? Did Bob deserve everything that happened to him? Let me know in the comments. And if this story gave you chills, hit that like button and subscribe for more true stories of betrayal and revenge. Because sometimes justice is best served cold.